Sure. You need your. Oh. Hey, what's up? Welcome to Jamaica Studios. No. Okay, so my whole system's kind of built around the UA interface, and then I also have this Apollo Twin. I use it for like talkback communication. So I have sytek pre's. I got those. Steve Albini turned me onto those. They're just like really clean. They're made in Chicago, or were made outside of Chicago. Black Lion Audio. They're auteur quad pre's. They're like really transparent, really quick, just like utilitarian pre's. Those are built up by Black Lion Audio in Chicago. 2 Chandler Limited 2 preamps, TG2s, but they're designed after the old EMI consoles that like did like they were in Abbey Roads, so nice. Like Led Zeppelin, Beatles. That's like that kind of creamy deliciousness. And then Neve 511s, so I have some Neve sound in there. But yeah, I mean, today we're using these for the kick, snare, syteks for the rack tom, floor tom, and overheads because they're nice and clean, but not too harsh. Black Lion Audio for most of the other percussion stuff, and then the guitars will go through these. And then I'll probably use the 1073 emulation on the Apollo preamps for the bass stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you wanna walk me out
Sure.
in the other room what we just did?
So all these microphones I've kind of bought just out of, it started out of necessity, and then I just started, when I kind of moved and needed to get all my own things, I just started cherry picking everything I loved from other studios that I kind of needed to live with. But yeah, I'm using Telefunken M82. It's a dynamic microphone built by Telefunken. It's got a couple voice switches, some like kick EQ patterns so you can scoop the mids a little bit to make it a little more modern. I love these Shure SM98s. That's another mic that I picked up from Albini. They're just super utilitarian. They're small.
They look super cool. They are not like, the weight is super light.
Yeah, a lot of people see them and they're like, oh, is that gonna make my drums sound big and boomy? It's like so tiny. But and because they're so small, the capsule doesn't get in the way of the sound wave. You get a very like clean, transparent, big sound from them. You can get them really close because they're tiny. Instead of like a bulky mic that you're worrying about like bashing or something. Yeah. Yeah, we're using AKG 480Bs on the overheads. Really nice pencil condenser microphones. Try to get a very clean sound on the cymbals. Got them right over the bells, so I like to put them over the bells. I used to be afraid of that, but I found that you just don't have to fight the phasey washing of a bell. 441 on the snare, Sennheiser. I got it from this guy in Canada. It's an older version and it's in really great condition. But yeah, same microphone on the floor tom. This is an older SM98. They used to be black, and that's a Beta 98. Same microphone basically, just newer. But yeah, those are the drums. I have these Royer R121 clones basically.
This is, you said handmade in Russia?
Yeah, this gentleman in Russia makes them. People have started to catch on to them a little bit. Hey, the party's here.
That's a cool song.
But yeah, I'm using those on the percussion, just kind of spot micing them. There's going to be a lot of sound in here. It's a ribbon microphone.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's going to pick up a lot right here and a lot right here, but it's going to kind of cancel some of the cymbal wash across it. Yeah, I like them a lot. They're very inexpensive for what they are, but I know I'm paying for what I'm getting. You know, I'm not paying for like a name or a bell or a whistle. D112 on the steel drum. I'm gonna kind of treat that as like a aux kick, somewhere between a kick drum and a floor tom. So you get a lot of that like chest, like just pressure, you know.
Yeah.
Beta 57 on the snare. kind of a classic.
Yeah, OG move.
Yeah. So the
what
guitars
we have here?
These are Stagger SR2Ns. They're handmade by Matt Stagger in Memphis, Tennessee.
Wow.
I believe he's in Memphis. He might be in Nashville. I don't know. He's in Tennessee. But yeah, here's the front of them. They're ribbon mics as well. They're beautiful. They sound insane. They're somewhere around like a Coles 4038. If you've seen those like black kind of hoof.
And so is the same in the other amp?
Same on the other amp. Yep. And
Nice.
again, I'm saving money by not buying a stand.
That's great.
Yeah.
DIT.
DIT.
So here.
RE20. I
Also
love
a
it.
classic.
Also a classic. I love it on the bass. I usually can just get that like low mid-range, like jumping out of the speakers with that guy. It's not gonna get super boomy. It's not, but you'll get plenty of low end. I also have a DI on the bass too, so something cleaner.
Nice.
And then I have room mics. These are my room mics. They are made by Karma Audio. They're K Micro silver bullets. Most of the time, if people are helping me clean up, they don't even realize they're on the XLR.
Yeah, right?
And I get them tied up in the box with the XLR. Well, I like to put them against the surface so that I'm only getting, like a lot of times I'll just put them on the floor.
You use the surface like as a
Diaphragm. Yeah, exactly. So they're kind of like acting like
they capture
a
all
pressure
the
microphone or things like that. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, that's what I'm using.
Nice.
As of right now. We'll see.
Why are we here? Okay, bro, are you ready? Okay.
Ok. Tú lo marcas.
Voy a marcar 3.
Sí.
Ok. Está bueno que pise el tiempo.
Listo.
One,
Ok.
2, 1, 2, 3. Into the fiend synth.
Okay, beautiful. Let's start from the top then. Not like acoustically changes anything, but mentally I feel like it adjusts, you know, the headspace a little bit. Where they're like, I don't know, just feels a little better. But this has become my little playland, man. I've been working so long, so many years to try to have something like this. It's fun to have a version of this.
Did you have the same thing when you were in Chicago?
So do you know Audio Tree by any chance? Yeah, I was their engineer from like 2013 to 2018.
So that's how you met the boys.
Yes, yeah, and I heard them play and I was like, what does it take to work with you all the time? And so they came back through and we did the record that they just put out, Mochima, there in like 3 days. It was wild. A wild 3 days, and then spent that year after just mixing, getting it right, and then by the time they were releasing that, they had a whole nother album that we started.
And what I understand, I think there's 2, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean they're like prolific, right? So they're like, I feel like every time I'm finishing a record with them, they're like, okay, this record is fine. We've got like way better records though, and like 6 of them. And each time they put out something, they've got like a whole nother thing ready to go. It's fun.
I find their energy, I mean, like all-consuming. Like, From the first time I met them to where they are now, it's just the depth is endless.
Yeah.
The soul of like how they are.
Oh no, I mean I feel like I know that they've gone through so many things, and I've like been in sessions where I'm like, I know what's going on right now, and I can't believe like I'm like, I feel like I'm in therapy. Like you guys are giving me life right now. You know, it's crazy to think like, I don't know. I'm very, very grateful to have them in my life personally, and you know, for career things too. But definitely like personally, I feel like I value that more than anything with them. It's like therapy, creating art with them.
I agree. Yeah, like they've had a key to my house for the past 2 years.
Yeah, that's what they were telling me.
Yeah, like there's not a time where they're like, oh, James.
Bro, estuvo bestial. Sí, en el segundo coro como que ahí se te fue el yo-yo, ¿cierto? Está sonando bestial, weón. ¿Ok? Ya lo que estábamos hablando algo, ya lo tienes agarrado, ¿sabes? Ahí es lo que te decía antes del verso.
But that's why he's looking at me like.
So Danny, how's it sounding, by the way?
What?
So how's it sounding?
It's sounding amazing. It sounded great. I'm so happy to be here with Brok one more time, doing crazy good music. I love it.
You need a water?
Sounding
Oh no, I got. Do you have water?
It's in the fridge. There's a water bottle. Yep.
Okay, we got it.
You see, that's how salsa works.
Getting my lesson, my education.
It's a feeling, and for him, it's a character. That you have to get in character for this kind of like, that music, you know, that is like so, it has such a. Okay. Tengas aquí, shasha.
You still need to have you and Kayla for like wine on the porch or something.
We're really doing kind of like 11 seconds right now.
Yeah.
So
It makes it tough to kind of do anything else.
yeah.
Maybe after you've been in school for like a week or two, things have settled down. Things have been nuts over here too. Next week is like my first normal week in a very long time. But I got back from Wisconsin, went straight into like the 3 days of sessions.
Tell the people at their homes watching that you cleaned the the top.
Me and Jordan are producing this record for a friend in Atlanta. And then I had Dr. Paulo. Like,
Cool. How's that?
that was fun. Yeah, Rickless is producing and mixing it, which is kind of fun. It's fun to work with him a little bit. And then now these boys are in. And then next week is like a normal week, but I'm starting an album. Mixing an album, but I'm like, okay, that'll be normal. Back to just sitting in my cave.
Yeah. So what do you enjoy the most?
What do I enjoy the most?
The process of capturing creating, capturing, or just like be by yourself mixing?
I like them both. I mean, honestly, there's like, I don't like either of them in extremes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it's like if I'm only mixing like several records for like months, I get like crazy.
Kinda.
Yeah, I get like kind of nuts. So I'm like, man, I wish I could like hang out or like record a band. But then if I'm like constantly in recording sessions, it's like, and not being able to like get the final like product and like you know do that kind of side of things, it's like exhausting too. Where I'm like, yeah, I don't know. My favorite thing is
Gotta find the balance, right?
yeah, the balance.
Yeah.
If I could have it my way, I would like work with like 2 bands a month on 2 records each month and just like see them to the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool.
I feel like that would be my favorite situation.
It has to be hot water, okay? For the people at home.
Look at those. That's hot, man. Are you gonna burn your little fingies?
Oh.